Welcome to M Squared TechCast.
Matt Roush.
And Mike Brennan.
And we're back with another segment of the M Squared TechCast.
And we have calling in from Lansing, Patrick Anderson, who is the CEO of several companies, but the one we're going to be talking about today is called Supported Intelligence. And they have a product that they've had now for a number of years. How long have you had that, Patrick? 3-4 years now?
Actually, we've been working on this in Michigan and in Chicago for 7 years now.
Wow.
So we've a lot of gestation on this really path-breaking artificial intelligence software invented in Michigan.
Okay. And so this is called Smart Bracket, and obviously, well, maybe not so obvious to people, it's for that NCAA basketball madness that goes on in offices and whatnot, where you get the brackets and then you want to beat everybody in the office. And with Smart Bracket, you can probably do that, right?
That's right. It's amazing. This particular application of that AI software first came out in 2015. It was invented right here, actually, by recent University of Michigan college grad. And it's been out there now. Last 2 years, it's actually been available on mobile apps. And what it does is it solves the fiendishly difficult mathematical problem of picking a bracket in a 64-team single-elimination tournament that is likely to outperform the bracket of most of the people in your office pool. So it's pretty cool technology, and it actually works. I mean, I've been using it, and I spend no more than 5 minutes filling out a 64-team bracket, and usually I beat most of the people that have been studying it for months.
So what are the data points that it collects and analyzes? Can you give me some examples?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we're here, of course, and we're all excited because it looks like right now the Michigan State Spartans may be the number one seed in the tournament.
Yep.
And so it's great to have a Michigan team recognized up in front. You know, they say never bet against Izzo in March. Well, it's January now, so we got 2 months. But there's usually a difference between the popularity of a team in your local area and what the odds are to the extent experts and computer programs and other folks have figured they are. And part of what the Smart Bracket application does is exploit those differences and give you typically an edge over the other people in your area, in your office pool, etc., and give you a better chance to have your bracket win. And that requires a lot of technology that we use for other things that are, frankly, much more important than March Madness bracketing. But
I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, though. Can you, Matt? So,
I know for a lot of people that's not self-evident, but for me it is. I mean, I'm not a gambler. I enjoy the NCAA tournament. I always have, because it's true amateur athletes really playing their heart out. And, of course, I root for my favorite Michigan teams. But mostly I just want to have fun. So for $5, I get technology to fill the bracket out faster than I could. And usually I beat the people that have been studying at night for a couple of weeks.
It used to be when I was in the newspaper business and was in a big office, everyone would fill it out, and it'd be some woman who just picked the teams because she liked the colors or something, and invariably would win, so...
Yeah, there's actually online cutest mascot strategy, prettiest colors, all kinds of stuff like that. It just shows you that, most people are picking the same teams again and again. So, whether Duke's in the tournament or not, people will be picking it, North Carolina, Michigan State. There's always some teams that have done well so many times that people think they're good. But when you go to fill out your bracket, you usually have a pretty good idea of the people around you and who's popular. And we use this decision intelligence technology that was really designed for more important things to solve that. It's a lot of fun, and it only costs $5. And you can get it at smartbracket.io. You can sign up right now. And you probably find that you'll do pretty darn well for $5. I'd pay $5 just to fill the thing out because I don't want to spend an hour filling that thing out.
Well, and you only have
it's
like
really fun.
you have like a 3-day window. They announce the teams on a Sunday, and they actually have play-in games.
Play-in games on Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
You don't have a big window of opportunity there to move. So if people sign up, you'll send them an email and say, it's open now. Go ahead and fill it out, or how do you do that?
Yeah, we're actually our new president and CEO, TK Epley, who I know was featured on your program. He's got some plans so that's going to be rolled out in February.
Huh.
So we just want our friends to know about it. They can go to smartbracket.io or download the app right now, and they'll be first in line.
Huh. Okay. And is it still $5?
It's been $5. We'll see whether Mr. Epley lets us keep it at $5 for 2020. But it's been $5 for the last couple of years, and that compares. I mean, you can spend $130 out there online easily to get some advice. And if you're serious about it, maybe it's worth it. But for me, $5 fills out the whole bracket for me faster than I could do it myself, and have a way better chance of doing well in my office pool.
And then I know Forbes is rated it highly, right?
That's right. Forbes magazine said it was the best way to fill out your March Madness bracket. And yeah, I mean, where else are you going to use this technology, which a lot of people don't know about, and essentially get ahead of the other people who are in your area. And of course, there's no guarantee. And I'm not a gambler. I think the technology is interesting, and I'd like to enjoy the tournament. And if I can embarrass the guy down the hall that's always up late at night trying to figure out which team's going to win, then that's just entertaining.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well, all I know is beware the 5-12 matchups, and now we have finally had a number 16 knock off a number 1, so that's out of the way now. So.
Yeah, that doesn't happen much.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, in the year that happened, which was last year, many of our Smart Bracket customers still got in 90th percentile or better.
Wow.
Because, of course, that was the number 1 seed for everybody, right?
Right, sure, yeah.
Right.
So it destroyed everybody's brackets, right? Yeah.
Right.
So
there's probably somebody out there somewhere.
A couple of alumni of that 16th ranked school,
I can't
right?
remember who it was. But, cool. And now clearly this is just a fun illustration of how one can use supported intelligence in its AI capabilities. Let's talk about some more serious stuff, how you're using it.
That's right. The supported intelligence has been around for 7 years, and we just got another U.S. patent, as a matter of fact. It's number 10,460,249, which, of course, I know you all want to have memorized. There's only been 10 million patents issued in the history of the United States. So it's pretty cool to get one. And this one helps predict how people will make decisions in the future. So it's not just making decisions now, but how people will make predictions in the future. It's a very interesting technology that we think is going to be useful in the automobile industry, among other things, for things like autonomous vehicles and for production facilities where you're trying to pick how do you make sure all your machines are working and anticipate that something might go wrong. These are the applications that we already have in some cases in prototype. And we're already using this technology in the consulting world at Anderson Economic Group for business planning purposes, like where should you put your next, if you're a franchisor, where should you put your next franchisee, where should you spend your marketing dollars. These are things that are very useful for people. And it's not social networking, it's not Instagramming, it's real usable technology. It's not creepy, it's not facial recognition. It's usable technology that helps people make decisions better, avoid risk, get their job done faster.
And one of the projects that we talked about a couple of years ago, I think, that I know you were developing, and I think you still are, is controlling the traffic lights in Ann Arbor so that, when you're sitting at a light and you're the only car sitting at a light for 5 minutes, that won't happen in the future. Right?
As you sit there waiting for no one.
Right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. And you're saying, should I run the light or not?
Yeah.
One of the applications here is involving connected vehicles, so not autonomous vehicles, but just vehicles that can talk with sensors. And as you mentioned, one of the most advanced cities in the country is Ann Arbor. in terms of having sensors, and that's something that is in prototype form already, and is subject to one of our patent applications. We don't have that patent yet, but that's something that's out there, and we'd very much like to see that implemented. And hopefully, we'll be talking with people in Michigan about that, because I consider Michigan to be the center of technology about that kind of stuff. But I can't tell you that everything's going to work in Ann Arbor. And again, speaking as a University of Michigan grad, there's also always a certain amount of craziness going on in Ann Arbor. So, everything's not going to work perfectly well.
Well, now that we're Cannabis Central, that's just going to contribute to that, right? So,
I remember the hash batch when I was a student.
You'll have people driving more slowly, maybe.
That's it. Going 5 miles an hour, So,
yeah.
So talk. So we got about 2 minutes left, and so what else you got cooking with supported intelligence that you can share with us?
Well, we've got a new president and chief operating officer, TK Epley, who came on in September. And TK was a naval officer for the United States of America for a number of years. And after he retired from the Navy, he's done some work in cybersecurity in particular, and helping the U.S. government, helping a lot of other people. So we're really happy to have a full-time, experienced IT executive now that's working on this, and we've got some big advances that are going in. Hopefully, we're going to go out and look for some investors soon. So that's something that's very exciting. And again, it's in Michigan. All this stuff's invented and developed in places like Ann Arbor, East Lansing, Detroit, Chicago. It's Midwestern technology. So, it's put together by people who actually think things should work.
All right.
And I hope that's an advantage.
And who know how to make stuff. Yes, physical products.
Right, and know how to make stuff.
Okay, so
it doesn't Instagram anything yet, though, so sorry.
Okay.
One more time, tell people how they can find out more about not only supported intelligence, but Smart Bracket. Give those addresses one more time.
Yeah, smartbracket.io is the website. So you can look that up, or you can find that Forbes article. I think it's still online. Smart Bracket, best way to pick your bracket. And I would be looking, if you're at all interested, certainly write it down now, because you're going to want to try to get that up on your phone early. Beat the rush. And Support Intelligence is at supportintelligence.com, that website there. And you see a lot of interesting stuff coming out, and under our new president and CEO, TK Epley, you're going to see even more, particularly in the auto industry, which has been a long-time focus of ours.
All right. Thanks very much, Patrick Anderson, CEO of Supported Intelligence.
Four-year students love Lawrence Technological University's thriving campus life, but LTU has always met non-traditional students' needs, too. Lawrence Tech offers over 100 degree and certificate programs that can get adult students started or back on track. And most of our classes are conveniently offered evenings at our beautiful Southfield campus or online, so you can balance your social, family, and work life even while you power up your career. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.